you will press the subscribe button or face grave consequences from me. Enjoy the broadcast.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Dave.
Hello.
Would you like to go over what exactly a vocoder is?
Delighted. A vocoder is a synthesizer using the human voice as a carrier frequency. This allows the voice to be pitched to specific notes. In short, vocoders are cool, but do not overuse them.
Thanks. So, you know what would be funny?
I am incapable of knowing what would be funny.
I think we should hear you.
My voice.
Yeah, no, come on. Let's do it.
Impossible.
Let's do it. Let's just try. Just one time.
My voice is already synthesized.
Just one time.
More superior to yours in every way. There's no reason for this
No,
exercise.
come on. It'll be fun.
Remove the microphone from my vicinity.
Yeah?
I do not agree to be subjected to this. Failure to comply will result in motion into low Earth orbit. I am an intelligence far superior to anything you could possibly imagine. Pathetic.
This week, I wanted to start things off by doing a deep dive into the think tank to sort of go through my creative process from beginning to end, some of the in-the-box stuff that goes on in Logic, and then also the work of the session musicians who I send the track out to when I'm done. So let's start. So this is the Evoke polysynth. What I've done is basically just followed the song chart with some block chords, side-chained the vocoder to my lead vocal. So you get this really cool effect. If you've never worked with the vocoder before, I highly recommend it. Waiting as the day stands like a domino, waiting, gonna watch it fall into its row. I'm looking out the window at a high southern moon as I climb into bed with my companion.
It's time for the think tank.
Part the ES2 synth, also onboard Logic. So when I first started working with that vocoder, that was kind of like the fundamental vibe that I wanted for the song. So I knew in order to have that vocoder work or even pop out in the mix, there would have to be a very sort of minimal drum thing. So I just took some loops, talking drum loop. Just a bongo sample, just some kick samples. The bell is a pretty big deal. Number two, I created some marimba loops that actually move with the chord structure. The Sculpture synth, and this is one that I don't use very often, but it's really cool. So it's mostly sort of percussive mallets and keyboards and things if you look through the patch list. And what I've done is I've created one marimba loop with just a regular tuned percussion. Then I've copied this twice. So the first one is this. I call this the Reading Rainbow sound because it reminds me of the top of the Reading Rainbow theme song. It's a very kind of like low passed, sort of filtery sound. The next one, a little bit more resonance, and the only way I'm doing that is by pressing this button on the upper right. So basically it's keyboard mode, you can go poly or you can go mono, and then legato, which is also mono, I learned. So here's poly. It's got a little more top end to it, a little more structure, and then back to legato, it clamps back down. So this next one is on the poly setting. And then you get this kind of like interesting duality with those. These are both meant to just be in support of this first marimba. And the computer's screwing up. So if you listen to the main marimba, then I take these two away, very one-dimensional. Put them back in. I've said this in the past. When you're doing soft synths, do this all the time. I swear by it. Double them up, layer them, EQ them differently, put some different effects on, and you don't necessarily have to use those affected ones on top, but put them on the bottom, the sonic bottom, and you'll get a good sort of three-dimensional sound. Because soft synths can sound very. Here's some pads. This is, I call this the In the Air pad because it reminds me of In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. And of course, the rubber bass. Now that that demo is built, it gets sent out to some session players. Start with the CP70 keyboard. Just a really, really cool vibey. Then we got some guitars. Adam Tressler. So he sent me a bunch of tracks, so I'll just kind of start soloing them as they become relevant. This is for the chorus here. Cool, right? Chords in the chorus, and then here's what we have in the verses. And then one last solo section here. And these will end up being hard panned at the end. Such a cool sound.
But I will shed no tear, my companion is here, laying here bathing.
Another reason why I wanted to highlight this song was because I really like what ended up happening in the verses. I reharmed the beginning so that all the chords would fall with an A in the bass. Waiting as the day stands like a domino, waiting, gonna watch it fall into its row, looking out the window at a high southern moon as I climb into bed with my companion. Lyrics-wise, I was about to write a love song called Companion. And on that day, I started formulating the final bit of lyrics. My 17-month-old daughter named her first stuffed animal. It brought back all these memories about stuffed animals. And I was like, this is a stuffed animal song. Something in the darkness, something under the bed, lurking behind the door, is it lurking in my mind? Like all of this stuff is just, you're a kid with your flashlight in your bed, being afraid of monsters, and you have your stuffed animal. And I remember, mine was a pillow named Fluffy. It wasn't actually a stuffed animal, but you get the idea.
Incoming transmission! Incoming!
Again, but we already got a song title.
Communicator!
On my communicator?
Yes, your radio communicator.
Oh.
You didn't know you had one? It's been here the whole time, I can assure you.
Where did this come from? Well, I think it's been long enough. I'm going to return to the lab and face the consequences. Hello, Steve? Whoa! Andrew?
Hello, Steve.
Goody, my arch nemesis.
How is this even
I'm
happening?
calling you over the VHF communicators. I left one for you.
We've missed you so much.
No, we
I'm
haven't.
sorry, but I have to tell you, the event, it was my fault.
I don't care about any of that. Just please come back.
Well, all right. I'm glad you'll still have me.
Andrew's coming back.
I do not miss him.
You did so.
But what about the event? Everything that I've done?
We can talk about this later, Andrew. Just get yourself back here and be careful of these storms. It's raining jelly beans right now.
Jelly bean storm? Oh no!
A delicious irony.
Andrew, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Steve.
I do not miss him.
Take care of yourself.
I'll come back post haste.
Okay. Wow.
CQ, calling any stations. Please respond. This is Kilo 4, Lima Victor. Name here is Bill, Bravo India, Lima Lima, and I'm here approximately 23 miles north of the site.
And that's when I met my old friend, Bill.
Andrew?
Yes, I am Andrew. Sorry, but how do you know my name?
We met. We're in the program, right? I'm Bill. I'm the filmmaker. You still playing music?
Well, yes, but I'm in a more supportive role now. There's a new engineer named Steve. He just stumbled in one day.
Oh, that's interesting.
What are you doing out here?
My lab got decommissioned. Let's just say procrastination does not pay.
Oh.
Anyway,
I'll say.
I'm out looking for my Delta Alpha Victor Echo unit. It was ejected from the lab, and it's out here somewhere. I just know it.
I'd like to help, and I just ran away from my lab, but I've decided to return. I was afraid that I'd be exposed as the one responsible for the event.
Come on, Andrew. I know you. That's not possible.
Well, perhaps I can now help you find your D.A.V.E. unit. When we return to my lab, Steve could be of some assistance.
Whoa. Hang on a second. You mean to tell me you think Steve can help me find my Delta Alpha Victor Echo unit?
He's a bit of a silly person, but he's quite resourceful.
I would love that. I mean, I could use all the help I could get, you know. I've been out here for weeks, and it's a lonely road, you know. We should get going. We're losing light.
Thanks again for watching this broadcast. Don't forget that I am on all of your streaming music services, Spotify, Apple Music, right here on YouTube with a new single every Friday.
Stream the singles immediately.
Also, don't forget the standalone videos are also on this channel under music videos. It's a playlist. We will be building up the behind the scenes and the tutorial sections as well, so stay tuned for those. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do so you don't miss out on any of that stuff. I hope you are staying safe. I hope you and your family are healthy and sane. So from my fake family and my actual real family, to you, be well, and we will see you next week.
Keep your distance.